What's up guys, today I will be going over some of the Warlock exotics in the game currently that will be extremely strong in Forsaken and that will work very well with the new subclasses, and then also the new way mods will work in Forsaken where you can actually have builds that are specifically for melee cooldown, grenade cooldown, and all those things. So the first one we're going to go ahead and look at is Sunbracers. I think Sunbracers will be extremely strong with the new Dawnblade subclass for a few reasons. So let's go ahead and look at what these exotics do in the first place. Currently what they do is they extend the duration of your solar grenade, then also when you get a melee kill with the charged melee, it gives you a perk called Sunbracers Ready, which then allows you to throw multiple grenades. And currently, this is very good on top tree Dawnblade. Basically how it works is you can throw a grenade, then get a charged melee, and you get a perk called Sunbracers Ready, and it lasts for 4 seconds, and basically you have to throw your first nade by the time that expires, then that allows you to actually throw 5 nades very quickly with the Sunbracers perk. And as you saw right there, I threw 5 in roughly like 2-3 seconds. So it's actually pretty crazy. One thing to mention is that the nades do not stack, which I have a video on from a long time ago. I'll probably link in the description for you guys if you didn't see it. But anyways, the grenades themselves are extremely strong. They last for roughly 8 seconds as you'll see here, and their radius is actually insane. It's like huge. Right here's a description of the new Dawnblade tree. Basically, Divine Protection allows you to hold the grenade button to turn your grenades into Blessing, which act as health pickups for your allies that also grant overshields. So basically, what you can probably do is hold down your first nade, turn it into one of these blessings to give your team overshields if they step into it. Then you can go get a charged melee kill. Then with your first nade of the Sunbracers perk, you can hold that one down to create another overshield, then throw the last 4 like normal grenades or whatever combo of that you want. Basically, since you have so many nades at your disposal with this new subtree perk, it would be kind of interesting how you can like mess with things and, you know, give your team overshields and also use your grenades for clearing ads, and basically you have like a lot of options of how you want to use these, and for all those reasons I think this will be a go-to pick for the new Dawnblade subtree. Next exotic I want to talk about is Crown of Tempest, the one I'm by far the most excited for. It's the one where arc ability kills increase the recharge rate of your arc abilities, then also arc kills extend the duration of your super. So in the new subtree there's going to be a lot of things I want to talk about how this will work very well with it, and you're still going to have things like Pulse Nade, obviously your charged melee and your Rift. And currently, getting kills with all these things gives you conduction times up to ×3, which currently almost gets you your grenade back guaranteed. It's not quite. As you see right here, I had ×2 for like 4 seconds, then reprocced ×3 to reset the timer, and I almost get my grenade back. But right here is a more realistic showcase of if you just proc ×3 once, how much you get. And you get roughly like 60-65%, I would say. Somewhere in that neighborhood. But in Forsaken, with builds with the new perks, you can actually have a grenade build on your armor, and basically to replicate that as of now, we can go into the Prestige Nightfall with Grenadier, which doubles the recharge rate of your grenade currently, and that's basically what it sounds like if you stack as many grenade recharge rate mods as possible. It seems like that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be roughly double your grenade cooldown. So as you see right here, I throw one nade, get ×3 once, and I'm guaranteed my grenade in those 6 seconds. As you saw right there, I got it with like a second to spare actually. Now we look at the new subtree. This is where it gets very interesting. As you kill enemies, they may drop ionic traces, which refill your grenade, melee, rift, and super energy when collected. Then the last line, or you may want to take a chance at hit your foes with ball lightning, a ranged melee attack that produces a slow projectile that shoots out lightning. So with the 2 things I just mentioned plus Crown of Tempest, let's say you throw your grenade at a pile of 3 enemies. So not only do you get conduction times ×3, you have a chance at getting some of those ionic traces to drop, which will then also do basically what conduction times does also on top of that. So basically you're going to be having all kinds of ability, energy, and super energy at all times. And one more thing I want to talk about with a new subtree, as you see right here, proper positioning will also be important when casting your Chaos Reach, as using it at the right time could mean using it more regularly. After activating it, you fire an intense beam of arc energy which quickly eviscerates anything in its path. If you happen to catch an enemy unaware, you can activate it, kill them quickly, then activate your super again to stop the beam and keep any unused super energy. So one thing I haven't mentioned about Crown of Tempest yet, when you have conduction times, it also increases the cooldown rate of your super. As you see here with ×3, my super bar is moving very quickly, So there's going to be a lot of things you can combo with this new subclass. Basically, you can activate your super whenever you want, get like 3 kills to get conduction times 3, then stop using it, and as you see, I barely use any super to get those 3 kills on this version of Stormcaller. So imagine I got those 3 kills, got conduction times 3, then stopped using my super. Since Crown and Tempest buff reduces the cooldown of your super, once I stop using my super, I'll probably get that energy I used back very quickly because of how fast it recharges. Then also, I'll have my grenade back, conduction times again with that grenade, and basically can chain these things infinitely. And basically the way I see it is if you time things correctly, you will basically never drop the Crown and Tempest buff, and you'll have it basically forever as long as there's adds there for you to kill, which means infinite grenades, infinite melees, infinite rifts, then also basically infinite super. Overall, I think the new Stormcaller subclass with this exotic will be like one of the highest skill gap, skill ceiling supers in the entire game, and subclasses in the entire game, and basically it will reward good play, but with Mastery there's almost no limits to what you can do with this new combo. Next exotic is the Transversive Steps, which while spreading movement speed is increased and energy weapons are reload automatically. So it does a few things currently. One, increases sprint speed, which is actually a sprint speed. It's not like mobility where it's just walking speed, it's actual sprint speed. And that's really good in Warlock when you're using Burst Glide and Blink. Then also it reloads your energy weapons for you as you sprint, which it reloads roughly 33% of your ammo every like 3 or 4 seconds. I don't know the exact timing, but it's very quickly. So if you run for like 6-7 seconds, you'll probably reload your entire energy weapon from empty to full almost. But in Forsaken, these are getting better in a lot of different ways, which I'll explain here in a second. Since most of these power weapons that we have currently, a lot of them are going to be moving it into the energy slot, such as shotguns. Not all shotguns, but most shotguns will be moving into the energy slot. Then, you know, you'll still have your sniper and whatnot in power. Different combinations like that. Basically, your shotgun will be reloaded when you sprint, and in high-end PvE, especially like speedrunning, that is very important. And while we're on that topic, I'm going to go ahead and throw in Ophidian Aspect for basically a lot of the same reasons. What they do currently, weapons ready and reload very quickly, then also melee range is extended. So as you see, number 1, they reload very quickly, which is a lot quicker. Then you swap a lot quicker. Then you also scope in a lot faster because that's also part of handling, as you see right here. And then the last thing they do is melee range on the Warlock, which is already pretty stupid as is, but it gets even worse. And just like the Transversive Steps in Forsaken, with all like the shotguns and different things being an energy slot, you're going to be running 2 powerful weapons at the same time that are heavy. And what I mean by that is most of those weapons have slower reload and also slower swap speeds. So having something like Ophidian Aspect to then reload faster, then also swap between them faster will help a lot, because currently with the current way that the weapons work, you don't really swap between weapons too much. You have your hand cannon or whatever out for killing adds, then you take out your power weapon to do major damage and boss damage. That's basically it. You're not really swapping that much, but in Forsaken, when you have something like hand cannon, shotgun, sniper, you're going to be swapping a lot, especially in PvP. That's where these things will really shine. You're going to be having your hand cannon or whatever the primary meta is in Forsaken out, and whenever someone gets close, you're going to be wanting to quickly change to your shotgun, then having the, you know, extended melee range. All those things will be very nice in PvP and PvE for general play. Up next is the Verdis Brow, which is another one I'm very excited about. Basically what it does is energy weapon kills boost grenade recharge rate for you and nearby allies. And the nearby allies part isn't really that useful as of now. Maybe we'll see a buff to it, but basically what it does currently is I throw my grenade like that, as you see, and get a few kills with my energy weapon. It stacks up to ×3, and after that, every kill past ×3 just extends the timer and slowly does less and less, so eventually you'll get like 0.1 second added to the time and it won't actually really do anything. So as you saw right there, I got a kill when it only added like 1 second. But as you see, with ×3 procced and getting a few kills afterwards, I do get my grenade back currently as is already. But once again, in Forsaken, with a good setup with your mods and whatnot, you'll be able to almost reduce your grenade recharge rate in half, which is actually crazy when you pair it with something like this perk. As you see, I went ahead and threw my grenade and get ×3 with Verdis Brow. And as you see, I almost have my grenade back already. It's moving very quickly. So roughly like 6 or 7 seconds in, I already got my first aid. Go ahead and throw that. Go ahead and get a few more kills to extend the timer a bit. plus 2 seconds right there, plus another second right here, and plus another second right there. I already have another grenade. Go ahead and throw that one, get another kill, and I finally lose the buff, and I roughly got 2.5 grenades within that one use of Verdis Brow. The last exotic I want to talk about is Nezarec Sin. Basically, void damage kills increase the recharge rate of all of your abilities. So with a good void build of a void energy and a void heavy, something like Charter Cannon, then with the Void Walker, obviously, between all of your abilities you have a lot of options and ways of getting void damage kills. As you see right here, the perk does not stack. It only works once, and it lasts for like 2.5-3 seconds, and you can basically proc it the second it goes away. And it's not like a crazy base increase like change, but it is noticeable. And what I'm about to show you with the new subclass tree in Forsaken on Void Walker, there's gonna be a lot of ways to make this even better. It says not only is your Atomic Breach ability a ranged melee attack that creates a void explosion, but you can turn your grenade into a handheld supernova you can wield at close range. Getting kills with either of these abilities will activate Dark Matter perk, which grants a small amount of health, rift, melee, and grenade energy. So basically you're going to have 2 perks working at the same time that will give you all 3 abilities plus health back very quickly, and everything is void damage, especially when you have something like a void shotgun and Charter Cannon at the same time. You're going to have plenty of ways of triggering both perks on both Nezarec Sin, then also the new subclass tree. So this will be another really good combo to use. Anyways, recapping a few things I've said so far in this video, Sunbracers will be very good on the new Dawnblade because they'll give you a more offensive option on a very support-based subclass. Then also with the new Grenade thing, it'll be very cool to see how that works. Next is Crown of Tempest with the new Stormcaller subclass. This will honestly be one of the best combos probably in the entire game with how much things you can like balance and juggle around and keep your abilities up at all times. I'm very much so looking forward to that combo. Next is Nezarec Sin on the new Void Walker. There's so many different ways to get void damage kills with the subclass and your weapons. You're then basically be having both buffs at all times. Next up are the Traverse Steps, which are already very good in high-end PvE, especially speedrunning, but with shotguns being in your energy slot and things like that, they just got that much better, and you'll probably see a lot of us using these in speedruns and things like that. Fitting aspects are very similar to Traverse Steps in the way that they're going to be getting better, since you're going to be having a shotgun and sniper most of the times in PvE, being able to swap between them faster, and then also reloading them faster will help very much so. Then finally we have Verdis Brow with a good grenade build with your armor. This could be very good for just all 3 subclasses because you're going to be getting a lot of energy kills in Forsaken because you will have shotguns in your energy slot and things like that. And basically you're going to be getting this perk procced a lot. Then you'll basically be getting a guaranteed grenade from every ×3 stack you ever get. But anyways, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about the ones I talked about and what you guys would add to this list or take away. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.